So you have to be smarter and smarter to get a promotion in this kind of company. The reason why I'm telling you this is because, again, many people make the mistake that, sir, what is the starting salary? Starting salary is high, then you go for it. Starting salary is not the reason why you should jump into a career. So these are two different companies. And my question to you is, which is a better career from between these two, right? This is one company, right? And this is another company. This is the number, the size of it shows the number of people, right? So every company at the top, there will be very few people, right? At the top, very top, there is only one MD or one CEO. Below, as the company goes down and down, there will be a lot more people. But in some companies, small companies, right? So there are less number of people. In large companies at the bottom, there is more number of people, right? Which one will be a better career for you? At the top, every company will have only one person, like I said, MD or CEO, right? At the top will always be narrow, right? There will be very few people at the top. As you go down, more number of people will be there, right? In a smaller kind of setup, in a smaller kind of industry, what happens is when you enter at the bottom level, right? One, the number of jobs here is less. Here, the number of jobs on the right side will be more, right? Because more number of people they are hiring. So chances of you getting this job is better. Chances of you getting this job will be less. Correct? That is one simple item that you should know. Now, out of that, already it is less. Out of that, even lesser it becomes when you go to the next level. So you have to be smarter and smarter to get a promotion in this kind of company, right? So for very smart people, it's not a big problem. But let's say all of us are just slightly above average. We are not bad performers, but we are not necessarily the best in the world, right? Assume that for a moment, which is how majority of people will be. Majority of people will not be the best in the world, right? So let's imagine that most of us are above average, just above average people. Now, for this person to get promoted to this level will be slightly more easier because there are still more people required at this level also, right? So the chances of getting a job is easier in this one, and chances of getting promotion is easier in this, right? Going up is easier in this than going up in this. Here you need to be more and more of an expert because very few people are going up. 5 people are going up, 2 people are going up, 3 people are going up in a small company. In a big company, thousands of people are going up, right? So when somebody says in a company 2 people will go up and another company 1,000 people will get promoted, right? Although you may think that 2 people out of 10 and 1,000 out of 10,000 people, but the point is that you will assume that it is easier to get into the top 1,000 in that company rather than get into the top 2 in this company. You will always feel that getting to the top 2 in a particular company will be slightly more difficult, right? So there's nothing like a fixed answer to it. There is no clear answer that this one is better or that one is better. But from a general person's perspective, for a general person, what I'm showing you on the right side, the graph on the right side is probably the easier way to grow your career and make more money, right? And the reason why I'm showing you this is, in India, the right side graph, the broad big graph, the big triangle, right? So that big triangle, one big triangle is available in IT. In IT sector is very large in India, right? Another big triangle in India is government jobs. There are a lot of jobs, but a lot of people also apply, but there are across the country, there are a lot of jobs, right? Government job also has this kind of setup. Even military and army will also have similar setup. The only other sector which has a similar setup will be banking. Banking is also very large. Banking has, amongst all the banks in India, there are 15 lakh people working in banks in India. 15 lakh, right? That's a very large number. In no other sector you will find such large number of people other than IT and government, defense, IT, government and banking. These are probably the biggest sectors in terms of employment, not just employment, and therefore more people get promoted and more people can keep going up in the ladder. Correct? So this is one perspective that you may want to keep in mind. Again, I'm telling you, this is just one perspective. What you people said are also not wrong, right? This is just one perspective that you can keep in your mind. Okay, now let me convert the same graph and give you another one, something similar, okay? Now, see the difference in these two graphs now. In the first one, you get the starting salary of 30,000 rupees, right? You go up to 40,000, then you get promoted and you get 50,000, and then at the top you will get 75,000. This is one kind of company that you will, there are lots of such companies in the market. Now, another company on the right side, the starting salary is lower. Instead of 30,000 on the left side, we have 20,000 on the right side, right? So starting salary is lower. So therefore, what is the general feeling? Sir, my starting salary is higher in the first one. Let me go to that company, sir. I want that kind of job, right? On the right side, what happens is the starting salary is lower, but they are taking a lot more people. At 20,000, they are hiring a lot of people. 30,000, they are hiring only very less number of people, right? So one competition will be tougher there. Here, competition will be slightly lower, and you will end up getting slightly lower salary in 20,000. But then what happens? After you spend 1 or 2 or 3 years, your salary goes up to say 40,000. By the time the other person also would have increased only from 30 to 40,000. So other person grew from 30 to 40,000. You moved from 20 to 40,000 in over 2 years or 3 years time. By the time the other person gets 50,000, this person has already started earning 60,000. By the time the person on the other company earns 75,000, this person might be earning more than a lakh. So you understand this perspective. Again, the reason why I'm telling you this is because, again, many people make the mistake that, sir, what is the starting salary? Starting salary is high, then you go for it. Starting salary is not the reason why you should jump into a career. You should jump into a career. Remember my first slide, that not just the fixed salary, about the increments, about the promotions, about the bonus, about perks, about various benefits that constitute that job. And I'm only talking money related benefits. I'm not talking about any other benefits, right? So I'm focusing myself only on the money part. Correct? So this again is an aspect that you should keep in your mind. Don't, as young people, don't make the mistake, sir, that company is giving better salary, let me go there, right? So sometimes it may be good. I am not saying always it is true, right? But you understand both industry better before taking that kind of a judgment. And typically, banking is something which I would show as the right side graph. It does not pay a very high salary when you join that company. But once you spend 1 or 2 or 3 years, your growth in salary will be much faster and much bigger. And you will start making a lot of money, which people in other industry will not be able to make, right? So that is the big benefit of joining a banking sector, okay?